How we doing, everyone? We're back again at Junction 5 of the M60 Princess Park interchange under this lavishly decorated bridge. Been a bit rubbish lately. It's taken me 5 videos to do 5 miles and 5 junctions of the M60, 5 being the number. We called off the M60 walk a month ago because we were caught in one hell of a downpour. But today the sun is shining, so we're looking to continue. Hopefully we're going to get up to junction 7. Now originally, when this junction opened in October 1974, it was junction 9 of the M63. And if you remember rightly, I mentioned it was built right on top of where Kenworthy Hall used to be. When you're exploring uncharted territory, you don't know if it's, say, this footpath here that you need to get down to the footpath by the River Mersey to cross under Princess Parkway, or whether you can go down that way and get the same results. Yeah, I'd say you can't get down to the Mersey that way, which is where I regret bringing the pram and not the baby walker. It's like that episode of Red Dwarf, isn't it? Everything's backwards. Nodnall, 281 selling. The path's widened a bit now, so it should be alright pushing. Must be through this little fence here, is it? Blimmin' heck over, Lily. Not ideal, that. Not ideal at all. But we've made it, look. The mighty River Mersey. If you think back, God, nearly 4 years, when James and I walked this bit of the River Mersey, we passed under here. There was graffiti here then, and there's graffiti here now. Jez, I hope the words of your grandmother are in your ears. Be careful, be careful. Yeah? Tadpoles? Mate, I've got no grip on my shoes. Jesus Christ. Is they really? Oh, well, no, they're not, mate. They're little fish, are they? Or are they tadpoles? I think they are little fish, little tiddlers. One thing I learned doing this M60 walk is that a baby salmon, because remember we saw the salmon ladder, is called a par. And that's where Par's Wood gets its name from, because in that bit of the Mersey must have been a spawning ground for salmon. Look at the beautiful colours, Jez, of the waterside plants. I like that fish, that's cool. Now, Ava Lily, what do we do when we get in a bridge like this? We go, woo! How many bridges are there actually here? That's 1, 2 and 3 that we've passed under. Before most grass evolved, it was a dream on the wall. You know what? When we did this section 4 years ago, we just seemed to be rushing it. Now I don't know if it's because the sun was setting, or maybe as I've got older I've just slowed down a little bit. Do. Or maybe it's that I just want to add in a bit of information for you guys, a bit of history. Just as we get to this spot, you can see from my old maps that Kenworthy Hall literally stood here. I bet if you went rooting in here, you would find the foundations of an old building. Jez, it's time for Jamie Investigates. Are you coming? Nothing. And how many people lived their lives here? How many people fell in love? How many people got drunk? How many people died? Loads in the olden days. And now it's just some old wood next to a big arse motorway. It's funny reading some of your comments from my previous videos. Anyone would think that having walked through Northenden, we'd been to Mos Eisley Spaceport from the original Star Wars film.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
We must be cautious. It's a funny old junction, this. I read something about bus lanes, and it might even have been the very first bit of motorway with a bus lane on it, but... Is that one? What a horrible little place. More like Los Angeles than Manchester. It is a bus lane. You see? Buses can drive on motorways. Now as we leave junction 5, we're going to take a little right here through the woods. Junction 6 being Sale interchange. That is a bit dodgy, isn't it? They are probably cloned number plates, are they? From like a car that's been used in a robbery. Heisters are crimes. Alright, here is the footpath. It's a bit uphill, that, isn't it? Okay, you ready, Ava Lily?
Run, a fat boy, run!
Oh,
Here he comes!
woo! That's like a roller coaster for babies. Was that fun? Was for me. You can obviously hear the M60 just behind the trees, and on the other side is Wythenshawe Sports Ground, which we'll get to as we cross Dunmow Footbridge just up ahead. Jeremy keeps telling me to remind you guys, the audience, the viewers, that we are 12 subscribers short of 1,000. So if you're here for the first time, guys, and you're liking this content, please subscribe, hit a like, add a comment, share with some friends, and it'd be greatly appreciated. All right. What I have found quite hilarious on Google is the Google reviews of Dunmow Walk Bridge. Jen Steen says it's a bridge. It works as a bridge should. Allows me to cross from one side to the other, stays up in the wind, and doesn't fall down. God, that's some dip, that, isn't it? Don't let go, mate. Whoa, just be careful. I need to take my own advice more often and actually get out and walk in exciting places. I do my fair share at work. I do at least 5 miles a day, but nothing as pretty as this. Into a weird little tunnel of trees with allotments through the fence on the left. A tranquil little scene that. Our allotments were great. In the summer we'd always have a barbecue, and the old boys would bring down their own homemade parsnip wine and the like. Strong as anything. Look, there's a sign there for junction 6. We're a mile off it. Northern Moor allotments, they're called. A curious thing is that on an old map I was looking at earlier, Northern Moor was called Northenden Moor. I wonder why it's called Dunmow Bridge. Dunmow's in Essex. I've been there, I'm pretty sure. Great Dunmow. This bridge obviously has a pedestrian bit and a cyclist and pram bit. Sounds good to me. Now, Ava Lily, are you ready for the noisy bridge? Wow, wow, wee, wow, mate! Look at that view of the towers of Manchester. How fantastic is that? Look at that view. I think this is one of the best M60 bridges yet. No wonder it comes with such high ratings on the reviews. You ready? There's a van, there's a van, there's a van. Woo! Mate, it's a scorcher. Hey, look, Jez. What is it? It's an orange willy. It's what happens when you eat Watsits when you're playing with yourself. So we come down now, we come slightly away from the motorway as we join Fairy Lane. So you wouldn't think it here amongst playing fields that this here was once the site of a farm. Fairy Lane Farm. Careful. Oh, Jesus Christ. As we get on Fairy Lane here, we will walk alongside the metro link that goes to Manchester Airport, and eventually we're going to get down to Sale Water Park. Last night we were watching our two favourite Mzungus, Backpacker Ben and Borden Bankrupt. They've been over in Uganda. Always love their adventures together. And Jeremy reminds me, yes, Dabble and Travel. Another little great YouTube channel. The couple, Matt and Molly, Well, yesterday we watched a video of them in Alexandria, which ties in with the book I've been reading at the minute. The book is actually 83 years old, printed in 1941, smells gorgeous. My mate Colin always laughs at me when I tell him I've been sniffing books. The book is called Middle East, by a chap called Henry Morton, who's from Ashton-under-Lyne. And I've been reading all about his travels in Egypt, first of all to the oasis of Siwa, to Marsa Matruh, which I'd never heard of, but my nan had. Obviously there was some stuff happened there in World War II. And then after Alexandria, he's been down to the Great Pyramids in Cairo. That's as far as I've got, really. Top little book. I love me travel writing, me. And travel writing from a different time period. We have gone a little bit further than we should have done. We need to be over there. Head for them 3 telephone poles. Such a difference from the last time when we abandoned the mission. 24 degrees currently. Once more into the trees. Don't tell me we can't get through to Fairy Lane. Honestly, it's like a M60 trompe-l'oeil. I thought it was just a fence. Obviously, how are we going to get the pram through that though? Jez, these are the trials and tribulations of life. Gonna have to collapse it down or something. Okay, you stay here. I'll just bring the pram over. What an absolute ball ache. All right, let's reconstruct our carriage. So welcome to Fairy Lane. It looks like a nice little dogging spot here. Like I said, we're going to follow this tram line on the left. That's as far down as Fairy Lane Bridge and then beyond.
You could teleport the car here,
Yeah. No, I like the adventure. I like the walking. I believe that it was only in 2014 that this metro link opened. Let's just pop our head over the fence. Now we're not actually that far from the site of the old Sale Hall. The water park actually comprises the land that once belonged to Sale Old Hall. The hall itself was demolished in 1920, and all that remains of the hall today is its former lodge, which is now the clubhouse for Sale Golf Club. The dovecote from Sale Old Hall also survived, but that was moved to Walkden Gardens, which is just over the motorway. Very pretty place, especially in the autumn. It looks like Japanese gardens. You might remember I did a video there a few years back, but for some reason I managed to miss the dovecote. Fairy Lane is obviously just for catteries, kennels and stables. Aforementioned Sale Golf Club is just down here to the right, but we take a left over the bridge. Yes lad, the M60! I soon gave up counting how many bridges we crossed on the M60. What a view, mate! What a view! Be patient with yourself, things will get better. Some positive words of inspiration there, people. And it's true, I'll say this to anyone, no matter how hard life seems at times, just keep going, because things will get better. Wythenshawe Road we're getting on. Seems a decent little area, some nice old houses. Jez is taking the mickey out of my indecisiveness. All I've decided, we're going to go up here. Being fickle instead of doing Wythenshawe Road.
We learnt about that in England.
What does fickle mean? Yeah, nice houses. Yes, lad. Hey, Lily, let's play. So it's funny where you end up, innit? Hey, Lily, you ready? Whee! It's 25 degrees now. What is it? A giant hedgehog or something? Isn't it? Who knew that sail was so lovely? Sail for the win. Ring ding 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 ding, ring ding 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 ding, ring ding 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 ding, gut. It is indeed. That's mad, that's like T1000. Do it again, let go of it. Weird. It's like going into the Matrix, mate, isn't it? Still literally next to the motorway, yeah? It's just behind that fence behind me. Today would have been the birthday of my French friend Louis that died last year. Here's to absent friends that we may never meet again. This time 20 years ago I was playing tennis with him up in Meanwood Park in Leeds after a morning at a charity shop where he bought loads of, well, just copper crap. Well, he loved it. He loved it when he came over to England. I think that first time when he came in 2004 we did so much stuff. We took him to Leeds, Liverpool, Bath, St Helens. Anyway, Louis, I still think of you and thank you for looking down on us. Dios bendiga cada rincón de nuestra casa. Another crappy footpath here, Jesus. Bloody crap, some of these paths. That's where the baby carrier comes in handy. Jez has found a shop. We've run out of drink. Honestly, it's a bit posh round here. I like it. Yes, we bought Manchester's very own Vimto. I believe the guy who made it came from Blackburn. That's what my mate told me. We got slush puppies juice as well, and we've got squishy drumsticks.
Squashies.
Squashies. Ah. So we reached junction 6, Sale interchange. I've scribbled a couple of notes down here about Sale Water Park. It's a 52-acre artificial lake which was formed in the 1970s by the flooding of a gravel pit to provide material for the construction of an embankment raising the motorway 34 metres above the Mersey's floodplain. Junction 6, people. The sign calls it Trafford Water Sports Centre as opposed to Sale Water Park. I guess that must be an alternative name for it. For people who are into water sports, I suppose. Now, it's not a water park in the sense of like Stoke Water Park. It's just a big lake. It's a bloody monkey. And one last one, guys. The site of the old hall, Sale Old Hall, is literally here. Welcome to Sale Water Park. There's the cafe, mate, yeah. Almost looks like a tent from where we are. Somewhat Scandinavian. Some of you may remember that Emma, my friend, and I walked round here when she was doing her walk all over cancer, sponsored walk. Yeah, I dressed up like Marty McFly, do you remember? And also when I was walking the Mersey, I think it was Mersey Walk 4, I walked here as well. So check out those videos, because they're pretty good. Hey look, Jez, they've got a rubber dinghy like ours. Mate, could we bring our rubber dinghy down here, the one I did the Mersey in? Anyway, I wanted to tell you about the footbridge. The M60 suspension bridge was built between 2003 and 2006 when the motorway was widened from a 4-lane to a 6-lane motorway. These are the boys.
They're not going to move, bro. Them geese are moving, bro, let me tell you.
The vicious things, long at you and peck you.
Swans as well, though, innit? They'll snap your arm.
Brilliant. Got them from Argos. One of them's in. They need some paddles though. Mad, mate, look at that. The geese and the swans are legging it. Fantastic. Right, so we're leaving the daft lads. We're going to finish today's walk up on the footbridge. You know what? It's good, clean fun, isn't it? They're not graffitiing stuff, they're not breaking stuff, they're not taking drugs. They're literally going on the lake in a rubber dinghy, having fun. So well done to them boys. And if the fun police want to come and tell them off for that, well, the fun police can just, you know. Ice cream? Yes, please. Fantastic bridge! Woo! Right, everyone, that is it. We covered a couple of miles today, and here at the footbridge at Sale Water Park, well, we call it a day. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.